Hey, what is up, you guys? Happy Monday and welcome back to Movies and a Mug. If you're new to the channel, I sit down every single Monday and review a movie whilst putting on a mug. Get it? So last week, we reviewed part 2 of the softcore masterpiece series that is Passion Flicks Gabriel's Inferno. And honestly, I cannot count the amount of sections that I had to kind of edit around because I kept calling it Dante's Inferno. Why did they do this? Why did they name that movie after something so recognizable and have the recognizable thing in the movie? It is very annoying because I cannot get the name of that movie right. I think even in the video, I still couldn't edit around it 100% and called it Dante's Inferno a few times. I know, I'm aware, I apologize, but that movie is trash, so I don't really feel all that bad about it. So this week, I just wanted to give myself a little bit of a reprieve from all of the garbage I've been reviewing lately, and a little peek into, my real life. I'm actually in the process of rehearsing, or at least just kind of getting ideas together for a club night that I'm going to be performing at. And one of the songs that I wanted to do is like a club remix of the Kim Possible soundtrack. And so, to please absolutely no one but myself, allow me to be your Virgil and guide you through the mystical monkey time stream and the movie that is Kim Possible, A Sitch in Time. Okay, so I want to let you guys know right off the bat that this movie does not waste any time introducing characters. It 110% just assumes that you have seen Kim Possible before. Honestly, I'm not mad at that assumption because I have seen Kim Possible before, but in case you haven't, let me explain who's who. So, the titular character in this movie is Kim Possible. Now, Kim Possible is a crime-fighting cheerleader and high schooler, and essentially, it doesn't matter where and it doesn't matter when, she will be there for you till the very end. Through danger or trouble, she is there on the double. You know, you always can call Kim Possible. Okay, we don't need to do the theme tune again. We don't need to do it again. Who else do we have? Ron Stoppable. Ron is her sidekick. He's kind of a buffoon. He's the comic relief. We also have Rufus. Rufus is Ron's pet naked mole rat, who's also like human smart. Like for no reason, he understands language and can like perform tasks. He's like that dinosaur from Jurassic Park that can climb ladders and stuff. We have Wade, who's Kim's tech guy. We have Monique, who's just Kim's other friend. We have Kim's twin brothers, Jim and Tim. We have Monkey Fist, who is a half monkey, half man who uses monkey-style kung fu, and he's a villain. We also have Duff Killigan, another villain who is Scottish and shoots exploding golf balls for some reason. We also have Dr. Draken, who is Kim's arch nemesis, and he's always, trying to take over the world and stuff. And finally, we have Shego, our beautiful goddess step on my throat mommy queen, who is also Draken's henchwoman, but she shoots these like fabulous green laser things out of her hand. We're talking hair, laid, body, snatched, costuming, fire. But we'll get back to that later because Shego really is the one. Okay, so now that we know all the characters, let's get on with the movie. So today I'm going to see if I can do all of my shadows using just one palette, and that is going to be the Pat McGrath Bronze Seduction palette. So the movie starts with a cute little cheer sequence, Kimmy and the cheer guals giving me life. Honestly, I feel like if I was in high school, like in America, I could have been a really good cheerleader, but it was never really a thing in like high school in the UK. My university did have like a cheerleading group, but they tried to make it like a straight thing, and that just was not the one. They had signs saying like, oh, instead of throwing footballs, throw girls. And I was just like, no. After they're done with cheer practice, Ron and Kim start having a little chat about the upcoming school year. It turns out that this is the first day back at school, and they're both very excited for what is to come. Ron says that he's particularly looking forward to Latin class.
I already know my research project, the down low on J-Lo.
Ron, this is Latin as in the language, the dead language.
No salsa?
No J-Lo.
It's all very haha. But then, like, right away, right at the beginning of the movie, Ron finds out that he's moving to Norway, and his parents just didn't tell him that he was moving to Norway. Instead, they just like put a for sale sign up outside. That seems like terrible parenting, but Ron is actually super sad about this turn of events because, as I mentioned, he's part of a crime-fighting duo with Kim Possible. And how are they gonna fight crime if he's all the way in Norway? It's gonna be very difficult. And it also turns out that he's moving like the very next day. The for sale sign is up. Oh, I'm sorry, it's sold. And actually, you're moving to Norway tomorrow.
Sold?
Sold?
Sold.
The trauma. So Ron moves to Norway and he hates it. You know, he's having a bit of trouble letting go and a bit of trouble detaching from Kim, calling her at all hours of the night, not letting her get any sleep or anything because of the time difference. Kim's trying to be receptive, but it's like, hun, you're a lot right now. You're at a 10. I need you at a 2. But whilst Kim and Ron are on the phone together, they're contacted by Wade, who informs them that there is a robbery in progress at a museum and that Kim is needed to stop it. Ron says that he'll be there as soon as he can and, I guess, sets off from Norway. But, of course, Kim is not able to wait for Ron. She has to go and stop this robbery. So she does. She goes to the museum and is confronted by Monkey Fist.
Back off, Monkey Fist!
Oh, super. The cheerleader.
I'm not gonna lie, when I was younger, I may or may not have had a little thing for Monkey Fist. I wanted to know what he could do with all those opposable... No, I'm sorry. I can't make the joke. I can't. I tried. Also, side note, if you've never watched the Kim Possible cartoon show, you're probably like, why is this man a monkey? Just don't worry about it. It's fine. Right in the middle of fighting Monkey Fist, another one of Kim's rogue gallery shows up, and it's Duff Killigan, the Scottish exploding golf ball guy that I mentioned at the beginning. So the two of them are fighting, but what's this? Shego and Draken also show up. So it's 4 against 1. The odds are not in Kimmy's favor, and Shego knocks her into a sarcophagus and locks her in, and all of the villains take off with an artifact called the Tempus Simia. And so the next day, Ron finally shows up, you know, all the way from Norway and lets Kim out of the sarcophagus. And then there's just like a museum director who's very conveniently there to explain what the Tempus Simia is, both to Kim and Ron, but also to the audience.
Many believe that if the Tempus Simia were ever made whole, it could be used for unspeakable
Monkey shines?
evil.
So after having lost a part of this idol to the villains, Ron goes back to Norway, and then Wade hacks into the Global Justice satellite and says that he's going to use that to scan for Draken, Shego, and the gang to figure out where they are and what they're up to. At this point, I would like to point out that this is a children's movie. It is an animated movie made for children. So what I'm not going to be doing is sitting here ragging on it for no apparent reason. This isn't children versus wizards, you know, this isn't some weird state propaganda thing. This is a kid's movie and it's stupid, so just let it be stupid. So feeling a little sad and dejected after her defeat by the villains, Kim meets up with her friend Monique, who I realize is voiced by Raven-Symoné. You know, That's So Raven. And I was like, oh my god, That's So Raven is in this? And then I was like, oh, of course she's in this. Because, like, she was Disney, basically. Good for her. She must have made some coin back in the day. And whilst Kim and Monique are having some food, Wade calls and informs Kim that he's tracked down the bad guys and that she needs to go and deal with the situation. But because Ron is never going to make it in time all the way from Norway, Kim convinces Monique to come along on the mission and act as Ron's replacement. The Temper Simia leads the villains to the Australian bush, where they find a mystical monkey temple. So Kim and Monique show up to try and stop the villains and, you know, retrieve the artifact, but Monique isn't really used to fighting villains.
My face needs space.
And also Kim is outnumbered, leading to the villains making their way inside the temple and taking off with the second part of the Temper Simia. Meanwhile, Monkey Fist explains to the other villains that they need to assemble the parts of the monkey and put it together inside the mystical monkey shrine in Africa. Separately, Wade does some research on the Temper Simia and finds this African temple. And so Kim and Ron decide that they're going to meet at the temple and stop the villains once and for all. The two of them are there, ready to fight the villains. The old gang is back together. Everyone's feeling G-O-O-D, and they're ready to kick some villain butt. They manage to snag the idol and are trying to get it away from the villains, but they are outmaneuvered yet again, and the villains manage to fully assemble this mystical monkey artifact, which allows them to escape through a portal.
So long, Kim Possible. We'll meet again in time.
And so, Kim and Ron have lost again. The villains have assembled all of the pieces of the Temper Simia, which, you know, that guy told us could be used for unspeakable evil. And it's just kind of become clear that this thing that they had going just isn't working long distance. And so, the crime-fighting duo of Kim Possible and Ron Stoppable decide to break up. Yes, that's right, they break up the band. They are no longer a crime-fighting duo.
You better go it alone.
Yeah, I guess I'd better.
I'm sorry, it's just a very emotional moment right now, okay? Oh, and also, can I just say, I know I said that I'm not gonna, you know, pick this movie apart in any substantial way because it is made for kids, but considering that Wade is a super genius and that both Kim and Ron are English speakers, you'd think that they would understand the words tempus and simia, but no, they really don't seem to understand, like, what this artifact may even do. And I'm just like, it says it in the name, girl. Homegirl is even taking Latin class. Maybe she needs to spend more time in school and less time trying to save the world. I don't know. Oh, I cut myself shaving again. I really need to learn how to shave. Just as Kim is feeling that all hope is lost and she's lying dejected on her bed feeling sad, a portal opens in her bedroom and through it walks a very large, very buff naked mole rat called Rufus 3000.
I am Rufus 3000. I have come for you from the future.
And Rufus 3000 explains that he is a descendant of Rufus Prime. Rufus Prime being Ron's original Rufus. Rufus 3000 explains to Kim that the artifact that the bad guys had been, you know, dealing with, seeking, is actually a time monkey, i.e. Tempus, Simia, time monkey, and that device allows the villains to move back and forth through time.
The Supreme One took power with cruel swiftness. No one knows exactly what happened. We believe that time travel is the key.
And in order to demonstrate the result of the villains meddling with the time stream, Rufus 3000 sends Kim forward in time to his future, where she sees that Dr. Draken has taken over the world. Everything's green and creepy and kind of terrible looking. Rufus 3000 then pulls Kim back through a portal and to her own time, I guess, so she isn't discovered, and gives her a watch that will allow her to open her own portals so that she can also move backwards and forwards through time. Why Rufus 3000 didn't just travel back to a time before Kim let the villains get the time monkey, we don't know. But again, this is a kid's movie. This isn't CinemaSins. We then cut to the villains, who are all trying to come up with a plan to use the time monkey in order to stop Kim Possible. Because I guess that's their only goal, but also because Kim Possible is always ruining their dastardly plans, so she must be taken care of prompto. Dr. Draken comes up with what is probably the worst idea ever, which is that he wants to crush Kim Possible's spirit when she was younger so that she won't turn into the crime-fighting cheerleader that always stops them in the future. And in order to do this, he builds a device that makes him, Duff Killigan, and Monkey Fist young, and then they like infiltrate Kim Possible's daycare and like pull her pigtails and push her over and keep a ball away from her. I'm not quite sure what he was trying to achieve with that other than just being petty. 3 grown men really said, you know what we're gonna do today? We're just gonna go bully a child. But Kim manages to track the villains through the time stream and manages to put a stop to their plan. But yet again, the villains escape using the time monkey, leaving Kim in the past. So on their second attempt, the villains decide that instead of just crushing Kim's spirit, they're gonna stop her from becoming a crime-fighting cheerleader by ruining the first mission she ever went on. And as it turns out, the first mission that Kim ever went on was for an eccentric billionaire who had like a cuddly toy trapped inside a bunch of lasers. So Kim had to go and, you know, like Charlie's Angels or Cirque du Soleil her way through all of these lasers in order to save him and his fluffy teddy bear. So that Kim goes and grabs Ron and they go back into the past again in order to stop the villains from, you know, messing up their whole situation. But this time, instead of like trying to destroy Kim by being mean to her in preschool, Monkey Fist goes into the far distant past and brings like a stone monkey warrior to come and essentially like smash little Kim to tiny pieces.
Kim Possible, meet the Stone Guardian of Satsuma. Or should I say, meet your doom.
He's like, no, I'm just gonna kill this child. I'm going to break her in two. I am going to murder this 8-year-old. Which is kind of dark if you think about it, but also probably the best way to go about the situation. Like, let's be real. Kim and Ron show up just in time to save their past selves, and Ron manages to destroy that massive giant stone monkey by turning on the lasers and trapping the monkey inside it. So, kaboom goes the monkey. But as it turns out, Kim and Ron were not the only people from a different time to show up to the party. No. Shego from the distant future shows up, and she's got like a gray streak in her hair, and she's got a cape, and she's looking fierce and snatched. So she shows up and she grabs her past self and she's like, girl, you need that time monkey.
Trust me, this whole rock gorilla deal is gonna go south. So when it does, make sure you get that time monkey.
And so when no one's looking, she steals the monkey. And whilst all the other villains are being arrested, Shego makes her escape and jumps into the future or the past. We don't really know. She goes through a portal. If you think about the time mechanics for too long, it's gonna give you a headache. But anyway, Shego has the time monkey. Good for Shego. We stand Shego. Well done, Shego. I love you, Shego. Please have my baby, Shego. And then Rufus 3000 shows up and reveals that the present that Kim visited for a very brief moment in time was not ruled by Draken like she thought, but was in fact ruled by Shego, who has taken on the title of Supreme One. And Kim's just kind of like, I always thought taking over the world was a guy thing, which, sexist much, Kimberly Ann possible. I'm watching you. So Kim goes to the future in order to stop Shego, and honestly, the future is fierce. Like, Shego has skyscrapers everywhere, and the sky is green. She's got drones flying around everywhere that'll, like, capture you if you're a dissenter. Kim goes to a shop, and the only clothes that she can buy is just Shego's outfit. There are massive statues of Shego everywhere, and she has a piranha-filled moat around her Tower of Doom. Honestly, I love everything about this. I knew I was gonna take over the world. I'm pretty sure I would do pretty much the same thing. Everyone else be out here wearing ugly-ass clothes anyway, so, you know, I might as well take the burden off their hands. Does Carlin change their shades? I'm always FS45, but this one seems a little different. Oh, shitballs. I've bought the wrong shade. I've bought FS45 and I'm an SF40. I thought it looked really light. Oh no, maybe I can scrape some out of the bottom of this one. Ow, this plastic is pointy. So Kim and Ron are immediately captured and they're taken to a re-education camp. And they have to watch an educational video that's made by Shego that essentially tells everybody that this is her world.
But with the help of a time-traveling monkey idol, I went solo with an evil scheme of my own. And it worked! So now it's my world. You're just living in it. Back to work!
But just as Kim and Ron are about to experience these shock collars firsthand, a bunch of naked mole rats just bust through the wall in order to save them, along with Jim and Tim, Kim's little brothers.
Eat hot plasma, Supreme One Stooges! Viva la Resistance!
And... okay, so I'm not usually one to sexualize children's media, but the movie does say that Shego has been in control for like 20 years. So Kim's animated little brothers are of age, and let me just say, they're kind of trade. Like, look at this. Okay, they're animated, but they're buff and they're kind of hot. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'd let both Jim and Tim run train on this beautiful brown behind. I can't do one episode without making a creepy sex joke. So Jim and Tim inform her that they are part of a resistance, and also that Kim's parents now live on the moon, which is kind of cool. And then Kim is also joined by Wade, her tech guy from like the past. And Wade is voiced by the guy from the Green Mile. Like, they got some names in this piece. Kim kind of galvanizes everybody and is like, okay, we're gonna go and take down Shego. Honestly, not something I would want to do because I'm Team Shego. But, you know, I get it. The name of the show is Kim Possible, not Shego, so whatever, I guess we have to do this now. So they decide that they're gonna assault Shego's tower, but they have to go in through the sewers because it's very heavily guarded. But when they get inside, the inside is also heavily guarded because, you know, it's like a supervillain's evil tower. And of course, it's guarded by all of Kim's former villains. So Monkey Fist shows up and he has all of his monkeys, and then all of the monkeys that Monkey Fist has fight like 1,000 naked mole rats, and that's just a thing that we just have to live with.
You will never see a stranger sight.
And then whilst the monkeys are fighting the mole rats, Tim and Jim and Wade are fighting Duff Killigan, the evil golf man, but the evil golf man has been turned into an evil golf man robot for some reason, which is also kind of fierce. Like, Shego's really helping everyone to up their game. So, whilst everybody else is fighting, Ron and Kim make their way into Shego's inner sanctum. And it's here that Shego reveals that she knew Kim was here and that it's time for her to meet Shego's ultimate henchman. And it is a super hench Dr. Draken. He's given like Bane vibes, you know, he's all swole and wearing a sick collar. He looks great, good for him. He's been hitting the gym.
What happened to you?
Diet and exercise.
And some genetic manipulation.
Draken manages to beat Kim in a fight, oh my god, and he straps her down to this creepy death chair. But just as it looks like it's all over for Kim, Monique shows up, who in this future timeline is voiced by Vivica Fox. Like, Kill Bill Vivica Fox. And she's like a sexy purple ninja now because she's been training with the Resistance.
Girlfriend, there was no way I was gonna style that look.
So she saves Kim from the chair, and so Monique and Kim are both fighting Draken, but Draken still manages to subdue them both, and the Scottish golf ball guy managed to subdue the twins and Wade, so now everybody's captured, and of course, it is time for Shego to reveal her master plan.
Went back in time, went big into .coms, got out before the bubble burst, opened a bank, transferred your sidekick's mother to Norway, started an evil think tank.
That a big part of her evil plan consisted of sending Ron to Norway, thereby breaking up the team so that Kim couldn't stop her.
As a team, you two are actually solid. Why? Don't know, don't care. So I broke you up by sending the clown as far away as possible.
And upon hearing this, Ron is a fuming pet. He is so annoyed. He's like, you're the reason? You are the reason that I got sent to Norway and had to eat meat cakes?
You're the reason I've been eating meat cakes!
He was less than impressed that Shego had been pulling the strings this entire time, like a sexy puppet master who can shoot green lasers out of her hands. So Ron just gets super mad and he smashes the time monkey.
You broke the time monkey. You broke the time monkey!
Fool! You might unravel the very fabric of time!
But like, it doesn't. Like, it just kind of sets everything back to normal. And then we're at the beginning of the movie before everything started. Like, don't think too much into it. The movie had to end somehow. And yeah, it doesn't really make any sense that destroying the time monkey just conveniently dropped everybody off back at the beginning of the movie. But like, this is for 8-year-olds. Just enjoy the time we got to spend with Shego, okay? All right, guys. So I am pretty much done with the makeup. I'm just gonna go put on my lashes, do some finishing touches and a lip because I can't do that and talk at the same time. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I really did not intend for this to turn out like Poison Ivy on her way to a BDSM gig. But we can't always get what we want. And this wig is probably gonna go in the bin. So, why is Kim Possible a Stitch in Time a modern day masterpiece? Do the time mechanics make sense? No. Does anything that happens make all that much sense? Also no. But do I have a good time watching it? Yes. If you can't tell by now, I really love Shego. I think she's hammy, I think she's sarcastic, in a way that kind of makes her more iconic than Kim Possible herself. And it's all around just a fun little nostalgia movie that you could just sit down and have a good time to. I will forever be sad that Shego didn't win and they didn't just end this series after that, but you know, again, we move. And yes, before anyone asks me, I did see that they made a live action Kim Possible movie in 2019 and people hated it. And to those people, I say, why are you critiquing movies for an 8-year-old when you are in your 30s? Like, honestly, I watched that movie and I was like, well, did I particularly enjoy it? No. But if I was 11, would I think it was fun? Probably, if there's no hate train for Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior, there should be no hate train for the live-action Kim Possible movie. There is honestly nothing more annoying than a grown adult earnestly critiquing children's media like they think it's made for them. The same thing with the Rugrats reboot. Girl, the Rugrats reboot is not made for you. You're 52 years old. Calm down, take a seat, get over yourself. Jesus Christ. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you like this look. If you do, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And please let me know in the comments down below what movies you would like to see me review next. I have some fun ones coming up. I'm doing Slither. I'm doing Bad Biology. I'm doing Twilight. I'm doing Harry Potter. They're all coming up. So stay tuned, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, do all the fun stuff. And until next time, as always, kisses from England. Bye guys!